Hey everyone, thank you for joining me for another video, and today we are back in PowerWash Simulator. So just trying to get the last few bits of these tidied up. So we're doing the next Tomb Raider special item, which is the Lara Croft's obstacle course and quad bike. So your work on a house was impressive, and I'm not easily impressed. I can also almost see dear old Rose taking her 11s out on the western lawn. Winston was a butler even way back then, apparently. Anyway, to the back of the manor, you'll find my obstacle course, an invaluable training aid in periods of convalescence. And beyond it, my trusty quad bike. They've both suffered terribly over the years. The obstacle course at the hands of the British weather, my quad bike at the hands of yours truly. I trust you like a challenge as much as I do. So, cool. All right, let's get diving in. And let's see what we find. So these have been notoriously quite a lot to do. Actually, that doesn't look so bad so far. Okay, might have a bit there. Okay. Oh, hello. No, we're going all... Okay, so we've got a lot. We're going all the way around here as well. Oh, blimey. And we've got a quad bike to do as well. Now, the quad bike should be pretty simple. So, tell you what. Get started on the quad bike. An obstacle course may seem an eccentric choice for the grounds of an archaeologist. But maybe not. Especially not as we know what Lara's got to get up to in her tomb raiding. But not all archaeologists like to sit around and dust off architects at a museum. Yep, indeed. Some of us like to dig a little deeper. Yes, indeed. Although, that seems a remarkably small quad bike. Looks like almost like a kid's quad bike, really, doesn't it? But, hell, you know. Well, hey, whatever works. Get under the rear body, because like PowerWash always is, you've got to get underneath to properly clear everything. Yep, there we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, look at all those dings. That Pavlovian response to know that when you ding, something's gone well. Okay, cool. Let's just get this done. Go, the wheel's done. Have I got that wheel? Done, done, done. Oh, look at that. Everything's pinging off. So it looks like the quad bike will be a quick and simple jobby, hopefully. Oh, look at that go. Look at all that. Doing, doing, doing. Done. Oh, hello. Oh, we got a front mud guard. There it is. Fairing. Where have I missed on that fairing? Is it around the other side? There we go. Right, let's just quickly check if we've got everything for the quad bike. Quad bike. Everything is clean aside from the shock absorber. Right, which one's that one? That's one of the ones at the back, isn't it? Oh no. That's you in there. There we go. Done. Right, so that's all the quad bike done. Right then. Let's get in here. And let's go and clean this area up. What have I got? I've got 15 degree. Let's move to 25 degree. Let's see if that will get us enough cleared in one easy path. Yep, there we go. Okay, good. So that lot is coming off relatively easily. You've just got it looks like it's knotty pine, so that's all good. As I'm nearly getting finished with these, I'm tempted to pick up PowerWash Simulator 2 and get started on that, but I've also got Spray Paint Simulator to run through at some point. Not sure whether to do that first, do Spray Paint Simulator, or pick up PowerWash Simulator 2. Let me know down in the comments, what do you think? Do you want me to carry straight on to PowerWash Simulator 2, or do you want me to play Spray Paint Simulator first of all? Honestly not decided which one to do. And if you have played PowerWash Simulator 2, what do you think of it? Do you think it's better than this one, or on par, or just feels like more of the same? Let me know what you think. That'd be always intriguing to hear other people's opinion. I mean, I try and find something good in every game that I play, unless I absolutely can't stand the game, or just find it really horribly clunky and just not a fun experience, in which case then I just won't put it on the channel. But yeah, so let me know what you all think. If you've played PowerWash 2, or if you want to see me go through it. It's a fair old investment of time, because there is quite a lot to the game. And some of these do take a few hours to get through each level. And there are some other games I do want to play that I do know that I haven't played for a while, but I do remember they took some of the the actual campaigns and missions took a little while. Things like Total Annihilation and its spiritual successor of Supreme Commander, and some of those could take 3 or 4 hours, including all the original Command and Conquer and Red Alert games that used to take quite a fair while to get through some of those missions that I haven't actually stopped and played through in a while. Oh crikey, good number. God, getting on for probably a decade for some of them. But yeah, I mean, if everyone out there will be happy to have a 2 to 3 hour episode for a game like Supreme Commander, Total Annihilation, or Command and Conquer, then do let me know. I'm more than happy to do them. They'll take a little bit more logistics to get the timing in to play those levels. Otherwise I may have to look at breaking them down into like hour-and-a-half episodes or something like that. I've tried to keep to about an hour per episode, because I figured that might get a little bit too much for some people. I know some people will watch these kind of videos while they're, it's kind of like background noise while they're doing something else, and I do appreciate that. So if people are happy for some longer form videos, I'm more than happy to do them. But let me know in the comments. So I'm guided by your feedback, really. And plus I want to get into some blasts from the past of some old RPG games. I want to play through the original Diablo and Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. I purposely haven't bought Diablo 4 as yet, because I was going to potentially look at playing through the first 3 games on the channel first, and then maybe look at investing in Diablo 4, because I used to absolutely love playing Diablo way back when. Used to be a mate of mine and I would used to do LAN gaming back in the day when you could be on the same local network and just play with two of you in the same room on two separate computers. I used to just enjoy having a good drink and gaming session and just lose a good few hours of your night. Obstacle box 12. Looks like I'm gonna need, yeah, I'm gonna need to grab scaffolding to get up there. Okay. Obstacle box 12. Okay, so it's not really difficult this level, it's just a bit fiddly in some places. We're going to need to get up the top for the roof on obstacle box 12 up here. Can I jump up this? Can I get up here? Not quite. Alright, that's fine. Okay, is there anything else that's fun you can do? What are you? You're just a mosaic. Down the bottom, you're just a cargo net, so you'll be easy to get to, just behind there. Mosaic platform. That looks very nice. Okay, so we haven't got anything really heavy, like in some of them where we have to do the floor. The floor for the main part seems to be clean already. So I'm guessing this is meant to be like a sand of some kind, I'm guessing. But we do have deeper length walls that are just look like sandstone of some description. Or possibly limestone. Interesting choices, considering sandstone and limestone are both porous rocks, so you know, with the British summer and British winters, there's usually a fair amount of rain, so I wouldn't be surprised. Exact, I would imagine, for something like this anyway, where it's an obstacle course, it could be prone to a fair amount of erosion. Unless you do something special to seal the actual material itself. Right, what we've got over here. Just filling some areas in, because I get the feeling I'm going to need to pause the video at some point with how much I'm going to need to clear. Again, I imagine there's going to be something off to the side. Alright, so this corrugated pipe is a lot bit easier to do than I first imagined it would be. The corrugations don't seem all that deep. That's quite nice. Imagine these would probably... these must have had some kind of galvanising on them, so there's not much rust on it. I'm surprised they went with metal instead of some form of plastic for long-term durability. I get the feeling I've got something at the top. I'm going to need to get something at the bottom, no doubt. Get around the other side, because I bet it's around this side I've got to get these bits. There we go. Cool, and again we've got more crenulations there. What about this? I imagine we're going to need to get up on top of these as well. Where's my step ladder? Step ladder. Take you up. What have we got up here? Okay. Cool. So we've got the roof part to deal with. I mean, above that tunnel there I can get to. That won't be a problem. But on here. Nice. Cool, well, these shouldn't be too much of a problem. I just need to get and finish off underneath, which I can do on the way back. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. I can get the upper part of these done as well. Bridge mounts are all good. Sweet. There we go. Nice. Right, there we go. That's good, that's done. Let's get these ones quickly done. Oh, running, jumping, swimming, swinging, climbing. The essential repertoire for an adventurer. Indeed. Constantly honing my skills is the difference between finding a relic and becoming one myself. Yeah. I'm playing the original games on the PlayStation. They were an absolute gem of a game when they first came out. You can say whatever you like to say about the character animation and her rather hydraulic bosom, but you know, that aside, the games themselves were absolutely stellar, especially the first two. You know, they were great. That was one of the good things that were about the games is, yes, there was a little bit of controversy about how the model of her character was designed, but when you actually played the game, the character model was so secondary to the gameplay that it really was just nothing particularly special. You soon forgot because you were too wrapped up in playing the game and enjoying the hell out of the game. You know? And they were very, very well written games. You know? And the character was just a cool ass character, you know? And again, you know, she got the nickname of like the, you know, female Indiana Jones, but great. But they took her character not as a one-to-one copy of Indiana Jones, which would have made that stick, but they took her in a completely different direction, which made her absolutely unique as a character compared to Indiana Jones. Yes, there are surface level similarities, but there was the way her character was in Indiana Jones, it was never a one-to-one copy. And that's why she stood out so well compared to some of the modern retellings where they've just taken a character and flipped the gender and have not done anything original. And, you know, if you're not going to put an original spin on it and make the character unique. I know there have been some recent redos of the games, or you know, some recent other material that they were talking about putting out where they were going to massively change Lara Croft's backstory. I can't remember exactly all of her backstory. I haven't played the original games in quite a long time. But again, you know, it worked. Why break it? That I struggle to understand. No, I have nothing but fond memories of playing the original Tomb Raider. Just purely the gameplay, the challenge of, you know, the platforming that you had to get right, the challenge of not getting killed. It was great fun. Very much a proponent of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Fortunately, it seems that a lot of things these days are having to be changed for whatever reason. You know, someone wants to reboot the franchise or something like that, and find they miss some of the core reasons why that particular thing worked so well in the first iteration. You know. And they've also done it where they've taken a good franchise and taken them off in weird directions. I think I remember I really enjoyed the first two Hitman games, and then I think I played some of the third Hitman game, and I just didn't find it as good. It's just something felt a bit off with it. I think they were taking the character in a direction, it just felt weird. Kind of stopped playing. But that's another series I want to at some point get into on the channel, is playing Hitman, because I really enjoyed, especially the first two. I may go back and see about picking the other ones up and maybe make that into a longer form series. So anyway, alright, look, 25 minutes in, let me quickly pause the video now, and then I can get on with the rest of getting this lot tidied up, and I'll bring you all back in near the end. So I shall see you shortly. Alright, bye. Alright, welcome back everybody. Right, so here we are, we're about 95% in, so we've still got a few bits to do. But I stopped it at 25 minutes, I figured I'd still have a few minutes left to get some stuff done here. But I thought I'd show you where we're at the moment. So as you can see, we've got platform 1 here, which is a nice little jumpy one. And then heading into the dirt and up into this box, you can jump up onto. And then we have this one where you can either jump up and climb up the wall there, or you've got two little sloped sections there to jump up. And is this going to let me get all the way up here? Probably not. Oh, yes it will. Okay, and then up and over onto obstacle 4. I get that. Yay! Just about. Cool. So this has got, interestingly, some straps around it, as well as the boxes. So you've got to make sure to get all of these in, because they are, each one's a separate item. And then we're on to obstacle 5, which has got these lovely bamboo poles, or pine poles, whatever they are, which are, again, you've got to get them completely done separately. And then, yeah, over that is down, jump down onto here, up a scramble net. You can climb up onto, and then we're up onto obstacle 7, which is, oh sorry, obstacle 6, then we're over onto obstacle 7. So, what have we got? So we've got one box left for obstacle 7. Ah, missed. Darn you. Damn it. Right, and I think that's going to be, there we go, a little tiny bit left under there, because I've got some of these boxes, you've got the, they've got a thick wooden support brace around them, so you've got to get all the way inside every single one, which is fun and games. So obstacle 9, you've got 2 wide boxes. That's yeah, so then we've got the general way for this is you get up onto this, oops, get up onto the ladder if you can actually do it properly. So you get onto this box, onto that box, and then you've got a little walkway across there, and then you can either clamber all the way up to the top if you want to. Come on. Yep. Blast. Yeah, which is basically just another slanted platform at the top. Then jump off onto obstacle 8. Just got this lovely slide down this side. And then over onto another cargo net. So let's just make sure we get these boxes done. I think there's the one at the top and one at the bottom was an issue. So let's just quickly get these done. I've moved on to the 15-degree nozzle just to try and catch the last little bits I've missed. Chances are there going to be a few bits and pieces. There we go. That should be all of obstacle 9 done. The netting isn't really a section, so you don't have to worry about that. But you've got the 2 block steps. Aha. And as usual, under the block steps, you've got to make sure to get underneath. There we go. And those plank steps were all pretty easy. And yep, there you go. As you can see in here, you've got the edge to get. Miss those, you forget it. You're going to chase them around. Got anything? Yep, there we go. Bottom part there needs to just be got. Probably the same on this side. Yep, there we go. You see in there. There we go. Perfecto. Right, let's get the roof on this done. so this one should be pretty simple up here, because this is just flat brickwork. Which again could be an obstacle on its own to come up one side, across top, down the other. That looks like what it's designed for. But again, does she use that with her ATV? Oh, and speaking of, actually, here we go. Got some messages from her as well. And so we've got running, jumping, swinging, climbing, the essential repertoire and adventure. I think we got that one. Constantly honing my skills, the difference between finding a relic and becoming one myself. Yep. I'm actually thinking of making some slight changes to the course to help me learn some new moves. Small hop, army crawling, and a new super jump that I'd like to do whilst running. I'm also practicing flattening myself against walls and peering around corners so I can monitor a PowerWasher's progress without being seen. That's slightly creepy. Incidentally, I was recommended your services by a mutual friend. They provided invaluable help on my journeys for a number of years, and now they've gone their way and I've gone mine. I believe they're helping you now, so do say hi. As fun as it is, I must admit to a twinge of guilt every time I see that quad bike. I must have driven Winston around a bend with my perpetual tyre marks through the manor. I rode it everywhere. I even got it onto the roof on one occasion. Well, there we go. I mean, you know, suppose you get a good enough run up and you've got enough of a ramp, you can probably make it up onto the roof. But hey, you know, she's got to, no doubt, ride it up on some different locations to get to certain places in certain remote environments. So doing a bit of practicing around the manor probably isn't the worst thing she could do. Right, let's get up here because we've got these boxes. There we go. That's a classic example where you have to get into the bottom part. Of course, you can put the ladder in place and the ladder gets in the bloody way. Wonderful. Great fun. Right, let's get right up on the top. So, this was fun to get to and clean, because you had to do the zipline handle. That was fun. Managed to do that with the long extension nozzle, and do that from the ground. I wonder, can I use a zipline? That'd be fun to find out. And we've got the zipline mount here to... This is the mounting bar. Beam. Hopefully we can get to the top of these parts. May need to change to the longer extension to get to some of those areas. Oh, something's just pinged. That's always good. That's good to know. We've got a ping. Come on, let's get the last bit in place. Oh, that was rather poorly done. Well, at least lets me get into here and get these areas cleaned up. Nice, there we go. All good, we can get into some of these areas. Oh, bits we need to get in there. So they're all done. Get the underside of this beam, make sure that's all done. Go on. In there. There we go. And get onto that. Alright then. Cool. Got a few bits to catch. Ah. Darn it. Probably don't catch them on the way down. Right, we'll quickly jump near the end here and get them. Alright then. Oh, there we go. Get up the old scramble net. Let me over here. Can I get into... No. Darn it. These are the fiddly bits to get to. Right, you're done. You're not quite done. Box up here. No, stuck on the old scramble net. Let's get up this way. I'm doing nowhere near any good at this one. Right, let's turn that off for a minute, just in case that's pushing me out of the way. Right, so what have I missed on this box? Head over that side. Have I missed anything around here? Can't see anything. But it's telling me this box isn't quite complete. Now it is. Lovely, you're done, you're done. Go. That's fine. There we go. Got another box on the way down. That's lovely. One of them's done anyway. Alright, I'll tell you what, let's see. Can I do anything with a zip line? Well, let me jump on the zip line. Oh. That's some pretty sturdy zip line if I can walk on it. Wasn't expected to be able to tightrope walk across there. So at least we're at 99, so let's see what we've got left. We've got box obstacle 11 boxes is that last one remaining there. I think we need to get the ladder around this side. Finally get this thing. Oh, there it is. That bit in there. There we go. After all that, it was that little bit we needed to get cleaned. Right, zipline beam, still got a little bit left to carry on there. Come on, up you go. Okay. Right. So where are you, Dirty, still? There we go. Right, you're done. Next. Obstacle 9, block steps. So you're obstacle 10, so you... Oh, so we've got a box at the bottom that needs finishing up. There you are, down the bottom there. Okay, good. It says obstacle 9 box steps. Block steps. You're seen as obstacle 9 as well, right? Okay. Just make sure it's not you under there, Get the sides. One over. It's neither of those. It's that one this side. There it is. There we go. Cool. So we've got four boxes on obstacle 12, 3 low boxes on obstacle 12. Okay, so we're all on obstacle 12 now. That's that little beastie over there. Right, let's go and jump over here, and let's go see what we're missing. Right, so you're missing. Some bits being tidied up. Okay, that's done. Let's find. Just so I know which boxes it is. Okay, so you've got a problem. You've got a problem. Get those done. Here, done that. That's good. That was got 12 low boxes. So you must be these ones. Now these tend to be little bits caught between the slats. So these have been a bit of a pain to get done, but hey, we can get those knocked on the head. And if you notice, they are, you have to come in at different angles as well to get them. It's a little bit of a, yeah, a little bit of fun and games. Getting all the nooks and crannies. But at least the colouring is alright on there, with it being dark on the inside, that you can easily find where you need to get to. Good. And we just got the 2 slanted boxes on the top, and then we are complete with this job. I wonder what we've got left for Tomb Raider, because I think we've only got a couple of items left, and that'll be PowerWash Simulator completely done, of all the extra specials and DLCs. Covered everything at that point. Right, good, there they're done, and so that'll be the slanted boxes are this one. Again, I'm probably going to have a couple of bits. Grab the old ladder, and we can get those knocked on the head. Yep, there we go. A little bit on the side, and that's it, job complete. There we go, everybody. So that is Lara Croft's obstacle course all done and dusted. So let's go and quickly hit the time lapse. See, we ran all over the place. Lovely. I can't express how good it is to find someone who works to such exacting standards. I can throw myself into my new training regime with confidence, knowing every grab and landing will be true. Many thanks, Lara. Not a problem, Lara. Oh, why have I only earned 298 out of 300? What have I missed? Oh, slanted box 1 of 2, but it told me the job was complete. That's unusual. So it doesn't normally say job complete when I've still got something left outstanding. Will it let me go and complete it? Job complete again. Let's run the time lapse again. Let's do the time lapse again. There we go. How about that? Perfect. And the same comment. Lovely. Good. Right. So that's that one done. And the next one we have is the Jeep and Motorboat. That's only 75. So that shouldn't take us too long. We've still got a good few to do there yet. So that's cool. Right. Well, that'll be in the next episode. Thank you very much, Steve, for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and drop a comment in the section down below. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It does help the channel. And I'll see you all in the next video. You all take care now. All right, bye-bye.